Finding out your mother isn't the person you thought she was is a nightmare. But imagine discovering her secret past while tucking a stranger into bed at work. Plus 2 updates by you/Throwaway Motherly. I work at a large facility where we take care of seniors that can no longer take care of themselves. It's not exactly a nursing home, as some of our residents have health issues or cognitive problems. Regardless of that, I love my job and work with people every day. I was recently reassigned to a new area with residents I had never worked with before. In particular was a man I had never met before, but he seemed like a really funny guy. Both of his legs were amputated and he has no real family left to take care of him. While putting him to bed, I saw he had a small pinboard filled with pictures of what I assume is what is left of his family. Many of them are elders like him, except for one picture that contains my mother. I had to double take at first, as I didn't believe it. The picture is the resident and my mother, very close, holding hands. It is definitely my mother, albeit a little younger. She looks to be in her 30s, whereas the resident looks a little younger, but not by much. Why is this such a big deal? I moved states over 7 months ago and currently live in a northern state. My whole family is on the East Coast, including my mother. As far as I knew, no one in my family had stepped foot in this state ever before. Furthermore, I asked the resident if he had ever left this state and traveled. According to him, he has been here all his life, as he never had enough money to leave. He has no cognitive issues, and I believe him wholeheartedly. This next part may upset some people, but I had to do this. I did not want to randomly ask the resident about the picture, so when he finally fell asleep, I turned the picture over real quick. Sure enough, the picture had my mom's name and the resident's name along with a year. This meant my mother was with this gentleman when I was 8. At the time, she was married to my father and had been for some time. They are celebrating a long marriage soon too. What do? The picture is evidence of some sort of an affair. My mother traveled a lot during work before she retired. Do I tell my father? Do I ask the resident? They look really cozy in the picture. Before updating, Opie dropped some crazy context in the comments. When someone asked about the risks of assuming an affair, Opie replied, "Rule number 1. Don't assume anything. It could very well be an innocent chapter of his life that happened to include my mother. I'm going to make casual conversation about the pictures in his room first." Another person asked about the ethics of asking a patient, and Opie clarified, outright saying that's my mother may surprise him or scare him off the topic if there really is any scandal going on there. I'll ask him to tell me about the people in his pictures to get more information before taking action. Update 4 days later. I wanted to thank all of you for the replies, advice, and even private messages. So many of you agreed that I should probably bring up the picture nonchalantly. I decided to do that the next time I was able to take care of John. Last night was the night I was assigned to take care of him, and I braced myself for the reveal. As I was putting John to bed, I looked at the pinboard and remarked what a great looking amount of people were on it. John smiled as well and asked for me to bring him the board itself so he could go over the people on it. John has been declining in health lately, but his mind is still quite fresh, so it's nice to see him remember his past life. As he went through each and every photograph, I smiled on the outside, but was absolutely dreading on the inside. I knew he was slowly getting to the bottom, where my mom was, staring back at me with her signature smile. Once he got to her, he paused, sighed, and looked up at me. Ever lose someone you thought you could live together with? His voice was so cracked, like he was going to cry any second. I asked him how he met her and who she was, though I did not care at this point. With the way he spoke about it, it would appear my mother has indeed cheated on my father. John met my mother years ago during a business conference. He was a contractor doing repairs on the facility the conference was held in, and my mother was there on business. They met, sparks flew, and she cheated on my father apparently. I don't think John realizes he cheated with my mother. As soon as he was done explaining, I put him to bed with a fake smile, closed myself in the employee bathroom, and cried. I haven't cried like that in a long time. John told me their relationship ended when she left town after 3 days, but they continued to send letters back and forth for years. He still has them, and they are somewhere in his room. I am heartbroken and drinking heavily tonight. How should I go about this? My mom and dad are well known in the community for their rock-solid marriage. This would absolutely kill my father. How do I clear my conscience but not kill my parents' marriage? This post is from 2016 and has not been updated since. Honestly, at this point, I doubt it ever will be.
Here is what people had to say. Commenter 1. If it were me, I'd have a conversation with my mom in person and say, hey, I started taking care of a patient named John. He happened to have a picture of him and you when you were much younger. See what she says and her reaction is. It's entirely possible the father knows about the whole thing. Commenter 2. That's an insane coincidence. 7 states away, and you just happen to be assigned to the room of an old man who had an affair with your mother 15 years ago and who just happened to keep a photo of her on a board visible to you. Commenter 3. Literally turned my phone over to see if it was continued on the back. No, I need the rest. This is a heavy burden for any child to carry.
Honestly, here's my take. This is a devastating psychological weight that turns a routine job into a moral minefield. The coincidence is so staggering that it almost feels like the universe forcing a secret to the surface, but the consequences of speaking up are nuclear. By discovering that his mother lived a double life as a secret pen pal for years, Opie has had his entire childhood foundation cracked. Even though the rock-solid reputation of the marriage makes silence tempting, the existence of those letters means the truth is sitting in a drawer just waiting to be found. It's heartbreaking that we'll never know if he chose his father's peace or the uncomfortable truth. If you found letters proving a parent's long-term affair, would you burn them or hand them over?